Good day, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Misha, the Psychotic Psychedelic Gypsy, and this is VanLife Beginnings, Episode 1. So what is this all about? Am I moving into a van? Well, first, let me tell you about the park that we're driving through right now. This is Crate Park in Freeport, Illinois, where I currently live, and this is one of my favorite parks around here. In fact, it is my favorite park here. I used to bring my kids here all the time, and I now eat my lunches here every once in a while. But to answer the question, yes, I'm planning on moving into my van, or at least spending most of my time in my van, and maybe having like a storage shed or a home base or something. But yes, I am planning on moving into my van. So yeah, that answers the question, huh? So where did this urge to become nomadic come from? Well, since I can remember, honestly, since I was a little kid. My grandmother was a gypsy, and she used to tell me stories about her and her family, who all traveled the old country and read tarot cards for people and traded off, goods for food and whatnot. And they were just some traveling gypsies, and her stories always just made me want to travel. It always made me want to do what she did. Because she had a lot of really cool stories to tell about it. And then there was my father. He was in the army during World War II, and he used to tell me about all the places that he saw overseas. And then when he came home, he became a train jumping hobo so that he could see all the states. So that always made me think about traveling. So yeah, it's just kind of in my blood, my gypsy blood, my hobo blood, so I think it's just in my blood. That's all there is to it. So where have I been? Well, I've been to a few states: Illinois, Wisconsin, Iowa, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky, Missouri, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Nevada, and the last one was Arizona. But the thing is that most of these trips were either me just meeting up with someone, or I was just passing through. A lot of them were just passing through to get to Florida, or bringing my crackhead sister her belongings, or I just can't remember because I was a little kid. But the thing is that I didn't have any really good experiences on these trips. No exploration of the states. A lot of my memories I have are shitty ones, Florida being the worst. My time in that state was literally mentally damaging. But we'll talk about that in another video. I want to explore places, beautiful places, weird places, haunted places. Yes, haunted places. I especially want to, film and see weird and haunted places. Here in Illinois, there's a place, with giant stuff everywhere. I want to go there and see that and film it and all that good stuff. Tons of haunted places across the states, and I want to go there and I want to film those places. Maybe something spooky will happen. So some might ask why I haven't left yet. Well, I had a plan when I was 15. I saw the movie The Doors, and I got really into the whole 60s hippie movement, a lot, about them traveling in their buses and whatnot, their vans, and living in them, and hitchhiking and all that stuff, different places. And I thought, well, I could do that, when I turn 18, I will hitchhike my way to California because I wanted to see the West Coast. I still want to see the West Coast. So that was the plan, but my girlfriend at the time got pregnant, so I had a daughter, and then after that I had a son, so I stayed in this area for them. Close your eyes, free your mind, let your worries float on by, and breathe it in, breathe it out, put your thoughts someplace with no doubts. Picture the ocean, be one with the waves, pulling in and pulling out, let it take your worries away. Now match the sea breeze going past your face, breathe it in and breathe it out, let it take you to better days. Now close your eyes, free your mind, let your worries float on by, breathe it in, breathe it out, put your thoughts someplace with no doubts, and close your eyes. So what changed now? Well, the kids are all grown up. 2020 was a hell of a time, but again, that'll be in another video. I'll make a whole video about 2020. But during 2020, I became a minimalist. I used to be a real collector of movies and video games and figurines and all that nerdy stuff, all the nerdy stuff. I had a shit ton load of just stuff, and one day I woke up and I said, I'm selling it all. I want to travel. That was the plan. After the kids were grown and had their own kids and all that stuff, my plan was to travel. So that was what was going to happen, and I knew I couldn't bring everything with me. So I sold it all. People thought I was crazy. And I told them, no, it's going to be for the best. I can't bring this stuff along. And you know what? Most of it was in a storage unit for years and years and years. So I mean, what's the use of it if it's just sitting in a storage unit? There is no use for it. It's just sitting there. So I sold all that, and life has been kind of crazy since 2020. So there's been ups and downs and whatnot, and I've lost money for certain different reasons on the way to here. But I am finally getting closer to, the plan. So what's the plan now? Well, I should be in Arizona right now. I planned on being in Arizona in October to meet up with the caravan from Homes on Wheels Alliance, Bob Wells. I don't know, some of you might not know who that is. I know the nomadic community knows who that is. All the nomads know. But I wanted to go there and join the caravan so I could learn from other nomads about the lifestyle and how to do things and whatnot. Unfortunately, I did not have the money to get down there, mostly due to the fact that I had to pay for my van, So right now what I would like is I would like to be in Arizona, quartzsite, by January, in January, to meet up with everybody at the RTR. And hopefully, I don't know, meet some nomads, maybe travel around with them, just learn some things from them or whatever. I also kind of want to buy land down there, so that I have an address and I can put a shed on there, and eventually maybe a tiny home or whatever, just so I have a home base. You know, I have an address, I have a home base there in Arizona. But, you know, will that happen? I have no idea. You know, so many things have happened in the past 3 years, well, almost 4 years now, of me trying to get this going. I have no idea. I can't say if or if not it's going to happen or not. If not, like I don't have the money or whatever to get down there. I mean, honestly, a lot of nomads, well, some have already told me to just come down and they would all help me. But I'm like, I'm such a worrywart. I want to make sure that I have all the things that I need to live out of my van down there, you know. So I might go ahead. I mean, if I don't have the money and I don't have everything that I need to feel secure about doing this, I might go ahead and take a trip down to Florida, since my trip when I was a child to Florida was not that good. I was thinking about maybe taking a trip to Florida. Also, I know a lot of different people on Facebook on my way to Florida that I can, you know, park in their driveways, park at their, you know, shops or whatever, you know, and just camp there, you know, which would be cheaper because there's not a whole lot of, you know, BLM land over here in Central America and the East Coast. So I could do that rather than going to campsites and paying for that. So it would be cheaper for me to go from here to Florida and then back. Also, that gives me opportunities to meet some Facebook friends and whatnot. But if I can, I want to make it to Arizona because that's, you know, that's the main goal right there. So where am I with all that? With all the, you know, getting down there, you know, getting to Arizona and whatnot? Well, I bought a van. Actually, a friend of mine bought a van for me, and then she allowed me to pay her, you know, back with monthly payments. So I'm very grateful for that. I mean, I'm very blessed. I will admit that I'm a very blessed person. But anyway, it's a 2007 Chrysler Town & Country Tour, 175,000 miles. So yeah, it's got some mileage on it, so it's not something that's going to last forever. And I've had repairs done on it already. I'm trying to get some more repairs done on it. We've already started to rip out all the seats, and we're planning on cutting the carpet out and redoing the carpet because the carpet is really nasty and it stinks. I have my Blue Eddy solar generator that's still in the box. I'm planning on doing a box opening, you know, thing for YouTube on that, and then I want to test it on some items that I will be, you know, using on the road. I also need to train my cat, Poison. I need to train her to be in a harness and all that good shit. So I have some things that I have to get done before I can actually leave. You know, some people say, no, you don't have to do all that. Just get down here and we'll help you. I'm a worrywart. I'm a worrywart. That's all there is to it. I have to have things planned and prepared. So, I mean, there you go. That's what this video was about, is just, you know, me explaining what I want to do, you know, with my life and, you know, with this channel. You know, with this channel, I want to do my card reading, my music, but I also want to film my van life, my nomadic life that I'm going to start living. And, and I hope you will join me. And if any nomads out there have any advice, which I think I know what the advice is going to be, to just get my butt to Quartzsite, and, you guys will help me. I don't live, I've been burned so many times in life. It scares me. And I'm sure that there's plenty of you out there that are nomadic that had the same fears, had the same worries and all that stuff. So I'm sure you can sympathize with me. But yeah, that's it. That's what the video is for, is just to explain what is going on with me. So there you have it. I hope you'll come back next time, which will probably be a box opening of my Blue Eddy generator, and possibly maybe some other stuff. Will I be going anywhere? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some stealth camping. I think that's, I don't know. I'm gonna there's a Crackle Barrel in Rockford that allows people to camp overnight, and I think I'm going to do that even though it's getting really cold. I think I'm just going to figure out a heater situation, and I'm going to start staying in the van, and I think I'll do recordings in there. I think I'm even going to start doing my cards from inside the van after a while, just so I get used to the van, and I start realizing what I really need inside the van. That's what they tell you to do, is, stay in the van. So I'm going to start staying in the van. I just got to figure out my heat situation because it's getting cold as fuck around here. So I'm going to be doing that. Those will be my next videos, is unboxing and, just some city camping for a minute, parking lots, maybe some people's driveways or whatever. And I'm just going to film it and kind of, show the progression, and there's a lot of questions that I have, especially like with the Blue Eddy generator, of what it can actually do, that I never get answered online. I look for it, but I never find it. So I'm going to try to answer those questions as I continue on in this journey, to help others. So yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's about it. So until then, stay safe, stay mindful, and stay healthy.